Okay, so welcome. Thank you for watching this video. So basically, I'm going to show you a replay from a recent co-op campaign that I and a friend started. We are very, very early on in the campaign. He is Parthia, I am the Massagetae, and so me being north of the Black Sea kind of area and him coming up from Persia, it seemed to make a lot of sense if we headed east first to fight Baktrian and meet, so that we could then conduct the rest of the campaign with the relative safety of one another's company. Now, as you can see, the replay I'm going to show you is circular motion. That's what I've called it, because the highlight, I would say, of this video is the effective use of the Horse Archer's weird and wacky and wonderful circle ability. So I believe the ability essentially helps your units to kind of dodge enemy missiles and look good in the process. But as you can see, the army is against relatively well, two relatively small forces, because the campaign has only just kind of started.
I want those eyes plucked out and roasted for our feast. Is that barbaric enough for them? I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, so as you can see, I hoped that the enemy might approach me, but of course I'm the aggressor here, so they did not. So I had lined up some units hidden on flanks with the hope that they might come in later and accomplish some flanking. But then what I saw next was that enemy reinforcements were coming, and I hoped that maybe the cavalry could get over there, intercept, and do a bit of damage before the main body of their army is strengthened. Because this was not by any means down to be a overwhelming victory. This was a somewhat risky battle, and you can tell that because I changed the manner in which I approach. A little bit unsure as to whether I would get to the enemy in time, especially when they get into this wooded area and I lose sight of them. But yeah, what else is there to know? So I mean, these are the very, very basic horse archer units. There's a couple of mercenary units, two. So my general and one mercenary are armored horse archers. Everyone else is horse archers. Then there are two skirmishing units, but the majority are light cavalry. Yeah. So here's the general's unit. I'm not afraid to sort of get him stuck in at this point, because many of the opponent's units are so lightweight themselves that just simply having a heavy missile cavalry can do a lot if you are drawn into a melee with some of their slingers, or yeah, obviously I don't want to get him too involved, especially in the wooded area, which can slow your movement speed, as indicated there. But we do manage to pick off a few of their pikemen, or get in a couple of volleys at least, before... Yeah, it doesn't look like many of them die though. Oh, there's one dead. Yes, but as you can see, what I didn't notice is the enemy light cavalry, or what few little guys are Baktrian mercenary light horse. They will make it all the way to my young axes without me ever noticing that they're in peril, because this was happening. Whoa, we got some circles forming. Yeah, so I put them all in skirmish mode, and as it was clear that their slingers were approaching with their projectiles, I put them in circle, because the circle ability, if I can find it, I mean, obviously they have Parthian shots, so they can fire at different angles whilst moving. Cantabrian Circle, is it going to tell me anything about it? Harder to hit and reload skill. So, yeah, it's, I think definitely if you find that your horse unit is sort of trying to maintain distance whilst under fire, but still retain the distance to attack effectively, then your Cantabrian Circle can be of use. As you can see, there's their light horse. I mean, their units are somewhat starved, somewhat injured, a bit of both, I think. So they're by. Ooh, here we go. Those poor guys, they weren't going to get back to their lines, I don't think. No, they certainly weren't. Yeah. Oh, that was a nasty one. Oh, someone's still firing at. That was my general. So yeah, heavy horse archers. As you can see, these guys have retained their hidden status on the left and right flanks as the enemy is now approaching me. Although they are drawing up lines, so they I say approaching, they were really just pursuing, and now they realise that they're not in much of a position to do so. Of course, these are pikemen though, so with an army of cavalry, you have to be very, very, very careful about maintaining a reasonable distance, because if those pikemen close in whilst in a phalanx like this, you do not stand much of a chance. However, I think this is a point where it might be prudent to fast forward, because this is where I have to... so I allow my horsemen to regain their energy. By the time these guys get back in, you can see they are showing as fresh or winded. Yeah, fresh, winded. And then we start to move in, because, well, not at any great pace, but it's quite clear that the enemy is not going to move forward because I am the aggressor. They have nothing to prove. They don't have any reason to move in at this stage. Now, the appearance of my units becoming unhidden means that their formation changes. They rotate in anticipation. However, they're so sparse and spread out, I'm not really sure what the AI thinks they're doing with these guys at the back. But yeah, you can see these are going to be. It's still quite a challenging little group. Lots of spearmen, lots of pikemen. Obviously, a problem when you are coming at them with cavalry. So here's what I did. I lined up on the left side, I lined up in the centre, and we brought these boys up from the right to line up on the right side, hoping to just envelop them and get some good shots on their flanks where their armour is weaker and that they take more damage. Now, the poor old young axes, I obviously did not have enough of these to even to make a formidable line at all. I mean, you know, there's nothing. There's 2 units, and these young axes, I mean, I don't really get it. Their base morale is 27. It's not like awful. I guess the spearmen are almost identical, yeah. So they're a very, very basic unit, but usually spears are beaten by axes and swords, but not in this case. And so this is where it becomes really. I mean, these guys are already in circles. Yep. So I've already got these guys in circles because they were taking some fire from slingers. But as you can see, the slingers are focusing their efforts elsewhere now. Well, there we go. We've got a unit taking a lot of fire. Oh, okay. So that was the that is the mercenary armored horse archers, which is why they've done so much. But here's the enemy general, Baktrian Royal Cavalry, trying to get close to these and just failing. Oh, just getting picked off by all these skirmishing light horse archers. Oh my goodness, there goes one. And the enemy general too. He's gone. Dead. So with that, you can see the young axes did not last. So that makes this automatically more difficult. The circles are going to really, really matter now, because there are now no infantry. I only have horse archers, and they are going to constantly try to get close. But as you can see, yeah, how effective is this? I mean, it's just, you know, okay, the units were laid out with some peculiarity by the AI, and they are not at full strength. but it's very much divide and conquer. They cannot get close. They cannot get close at all. I mean, even here you've got quite hefty levy pikemen. You know, they're nothing special, but I mean, I'm using cavalry. Any engagement with pikemen would have been disastrous for me, but they just cannot get close. And there we are, another one down, another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Oh my goodness. And then these poor bastards, just approaching slowly in phalanx formation. Oh, the phalanx is up, they don't know what to do. They're just getting picked off from all directions. Same thing over here, I imagine. Yep, 2 circles, just firing on these poor little mercenary Baktrian hillmen. They didn't stand a chance. And then another routing Baktrian hillman. Oh, sorry, Eastern spearmen, these ones. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they are annihilated. Oh my goodness, yeah. Same over there. Yeah, you can just see it's turning into what is a resounding victory, because infantry on this game can just not get close to horse archers. I mean, to be fair, this is my experience using a cavalry-focused nation for really the first time. I did play as an Iberian faction once, and they are quite cavalry-heavy. Oh, here we go. This is where people have started to run out of ammo as well. So engaging the light cavalry with the slingers is relatively harmless. Oh my goodness. Levy pikemen again. They're heavy. They've got heavy armor. They're just 60 armor. But you just... what do you do when... yeah. What do you do against legions of men riding horses in circles when you are just in the middle of an open field with your fellow bros holding very, very long spears? Well, you don't do much because they're not coming near you. But yeah, an entertaining battle for sure, and I'm sure there'll be more as we continue this campaign. Oh, let me just talk you through the... let's have a look at the kills. I mean, okay, so very, very respectable numbers. Plus 50 for every unit other than the poor old young axes. I mean, this young axe did get 51. 14 for the second unit. Only 19 and 37 for this set of skirmishers and horse archers. Everybody else plus 50. The mercenary Amazonian riders only scoring 33 and 46. But that's to be expected. I think their stats aren't really any better, just because they're women. They don't seem to do any better than the other horse archers. But maybe I'll check that later. 609 deployed, 154 losses. How many of them were young axes? Virtually no horses lost really. 768 kills, so we killed way more than we deployed, at least 160 odd, 159. I don't know, my maths is not great. And then let's look at their numbers. Deployed 772, lost 769. So what, 3 men got away? 3 men. Wow. The Royal Baktrian Cavalry, 1 kill. Hoplites, so levy pikemen, nothing. Nothing. 19 kills, probably against my axes, or maybe a cavalry got pinned down. I can't remember. But nothing. 1, 3, 2, 13 for the Baktrian hillman. Respectable. Well, I mean, I say respectable. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a Baktrian hillman, get 13 kills and then die. And then the mercenaries, even less respectable, probably because their morale is just... if the morale on the mercenaries is poor, like against that kind of thing, they're just going to retreat pretty quick. And yeah, cavalry got 8 kills, despite them sneaking towards my young axes without me noticing. No kills for that Baktrian light horse. Yeah, pretty comprehensive, using only a medium stack of skirmish and horse archers. Yeah, very comprehensive. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that.